Hello, everybody, and welcome back. What we are looking at right now is we are going to get into the first dimensional analysis practice sheet, DA number 1. So hopefully you're following along at home. We're going to take you through some of these and show you how we got the answers. So let's first take a look at number 1. We're only going to do a couple of these. However, feel free to pause, rewind this, go back over, so that you can see what we're doing. Also, please remember, we have this format that we want to use. What you have equals what you want over what you have, and that would give you what you want. Remember, we are canceling out units here. So have on top, have on the bottom, they cancel, and we're left with what we want. So let's actually put this to some use. Looking at number 1 here, what do we want? We want meters. So we have a question, right? That's what we're looking for. How many meters equal 15 kilometers? We're going to put in a conversion factor. We have kilometers on top, so we need kilometers on the bottom. That way they cancel out. The 15 stays up there. It does not come down there. That does not happen. Okay? The only thing that is brought down is the unit. We want to go from kilometers to meters. We could do that in one step. For every 1 kilometer, we have 1,000 meters. Going through and multiplying that out, we get 15,000 meters. And that is our answer. Please, please, please remember everything on top. Everything on top is multiplied. Everything on the bottom is divided. All right, so that was number 1. Let's jump to number 6. Okay, like I said, I'm only going to do a couple of these on various problem sheets. That way we can kind of get an overall review. Number 6, okay, blank. So X kilopascals equal 52 pascals. Now, we're using the metric prefix kilo. Kilo means 1,000. I picked this one because I want you to understand it doesn't have to be meter, liter, gram. We can use a Pascal. In fact, we could use any type of unit. The units don't matter, okay? In this case, it's the prefix. So we're going to do a conversion factor. Pascal on top means Pascal on the bottom. And we're going to go to a kilopascal. And for every 1 kilopascal, we have 1,000 pascals, because we're looking at the metric prefix kilo. Doing this out, we would get everything on the top is multiplied, so 52 times 1. Everything on the bottom is divided by, and we divide by 1,000. Doing this, we get an answer of 0.052 kilopascals. All right. And again, we could see the same thing with number 7. It's a kilocalorie to a calorie, a centigram to a gram. For number 5, it's a gram to a hectogram. So these are all the metric prefixes. Please do not forget your metric prefixes, right? I'll just write these out very quick here. Pico is 10 to the negative 12th. Nano is 10 to the negative 9th. Micro is 10 to the negative 6th. Milli, 10 to the negative 3rd. Centi, 10 to the negative 2. And deci, 10 to the negative 1. And then you'd have your no metric prefix, right? Your meter, liter, gram. And then getting larger, you have deca, that is 10 to the 1. You have hecto, that is 10 to the 2. You have kilo, which is 10 to the 3rd. And last, you have mega, which is 10 to the 6th. All right, so remember those metric prefixes. Okay, we're gonna get rid of these so we can go back and do some more examples. So if you need to rewind, take a look at those, copy that down by all means. So let's take a look at number 9 now, okay? Number 9, move this up. So we have X centimeters equals 2 kilometers. Conversion factor, km on the top to km on the bottom. We're going to go from kilometers to meters in this one. For every 1,000 meters, that is 1 kilometer. Now, if we were to stop here, we would end with meters. We do not want to end with meters. We, in fact, want to go all the way to centimeters. So we need now meters on top to cancel. We have to put meters on the bottom and then go to centimeters. For every 1 meter, that is 100 centimeters. And we are done. We wanted centimeters, we got centimeters. In order to answer this, we now take 2, multiply it by 1,000, multiply it by 100. Everything on the top is multiplied, everything on the bottom is divided. But because we only have ones on the bottom, dividing by 1, we don't even have to worry about that. So there is our answer, okay? 200,000 centimeters. We're going to jump to number 10 now. And these down here, these can also be done with 2 steps as well. Let's jump to number 10. We have X hectoliters equal 3,028 milliliters. So let's write our conversion factor. Milliliter on top means milliliter on bottom to cancel. We're going to go to liter. For every 1 liter, we have 1,000 milliliters. Again, if we were to stop here, we would be ending in liters. We do not want that. We want hectoliters. Liter, we can now go to hectoliter. Remember, the reason we put that on the bottom is to cancel out the liter on top. And for every 1 hectoliter, we have 100 liters. Everything on the top is multiplied. 3,028 times 1 times 1. Everything on the bottom is divided by 1,000, divided by 100. In doing this, we get 0.03028 hectoliters. And that is our answer. All right, excellent job, guys, excellent job. Continuing with dimensional analysis practice number 1, we are going to do questions number 4, number 6, number 9, and number 12, just to jump around a little bit. All right, let's enlarge this. A kayaker paddles 15 miles circumnavigating Fisher's Island. How many kilometers has she paddled? So again, what do we want? What do we want to end with? We want kilometers. So X kilometers equals, what do we have? We have the 15 miles. Conversion factor. Mile on top, to cancel, has to go miles on the bottom. If we take a look at our equality sheets, our conversion factor sheet, we see there is a conversion between miles and kilometers, so that's very nice. So for every 1 mile on the sheet, it is 1.609 kilometers. We wanted kilometers, we got kilometers. Everything on the top is multiplied, 15 times 1.609. Everything on the bottom is divided. Doing this math, we get 24.135, but wait up, we need to round. Notice we have 2 sig figs to start with, so we need 2 sig figs to end with. Looking over there, that 1 tells us to stay the same, so we end with 24 kilometers. All right, let's take a look at number 6. 2,500 nickels is equal to how many yen? Okay, and we're even given a conversion factor to use right there. So what are we looking for? X yen, and what do we have? 2,500 nickels. Now we see our conversion factor goes from yens to dollars. So we have to get our nickels first into dollars. That's what we're going to do with the first conversion factor. Nickel on top means nickel on the bottom to cancel. And we are going to go to dollar. I'm just going to write DO. For every $1, we have 20 nickels. Now we are in dollars, so we could use this conversion factor. Dollar on top to cancel, we need dollar on the bottom. For every $1, it is 115.7 yen. Everything on the top is multiplied, everything on the bottom is divided. So you would need to punch into your calculator 2,500 times 115.7 divided by 20. In doing this, you get an answer of 14462.5. However, yen. However, we need to round correctly. Looking at our initial number right here, we see it only has 2 sig figs, which means our answer needs to be rounded to 2 sig figs, 14000 yen. And that is our final answer. 2 more on this sheet, and then I promise we will jump to another sheet. Number 9. A Japanese car is advertised as having a gas mileage of 15 kilometers per liter. Convert this to miles per gallon. So X miles per gallon equals 15 kilometers per liter. Here, we have to make 2 conversions. We need to go from liters to gallons, and we need to go from kilometers to meters. It doesn't matter which one you do first. Both are going to have to get done. So let's first do the kilometers to miles. Kilometers on top cancels with kilometers on the bottom. Looking at our equality sheet, we do have something that takes us from kilometers to miles. For every 1 mile, it is 1.609 kilometers. We wanted to end with miles on the top, and we have miles on the top. We're good. Now what we need to do is take care of our liters to gallons. Here's where and when I say it gets a little tricky, I'm just saying that because you need to pay attention. Liters now starts off on the bottom. In order to cancel out, it has to go on top. Remember, opposites. To cancel something out, they need to be opposite. Liters to gallon, we're very lucky because we do have a conversion that takes us right from liters to gallons. 1 liter is 0.2642 gallons. After this conversion is made, we wanted to end in gallons, and we ended in gallons. And we are done, guys. That is it. Everything on the top is multiplied. Everything on the bottom is divided. 15 times 1 times 1 divided by 1.609 divided by 0.2642. Looking at our sig figs to begin with, we had 2 sig figs, which means we need 2 sig figs to end with. So the answer is 35 miles per gallon. Excellent. The last one that I'd like to take a look at for this sheet is number 12. The volume of the Great Wall of China is about 3.35 times 10 to the 14th cubic centimeters. How many gallons is this? All right, so we want to figure out how many gallons is equal to 3.35 times 10 to the 14th cubic centimeters. Okay, cubic centimeters. Looking at our conversion sheet, we can go to milliliters. Why did I choose to go to milliliter? Well, I need to figure out a way that gets me to gallons. And looking at my conversion sheet, I know I can get to gallons from liters. So if I convert this into something with a liter, albeit a milliliter, it's a metric prefix, that's a good way to go. Our relationship is 1 to 1. Centimeters are done. Milliliter on top, we need milliliter on the bottom to cancel, and we want to go to liters. For every 1 liter, we have 1,000 milliliters. Almost there, guys. Liters on top cancels with liters on the bottom. And we know by looking at the equality sheet, we can go from liters to gallons. And for every 1 liter, we have 0.2642 gallons. We wanted to end in gallon. We ended in gallon. To complete this problem, everything on the top is multiplied. Remember, when entering this into your calculator, you're using the exponential button. 3.35 times 10 to the 14th times 0.2642, and then we would divide that by 1,000. Rounding correctly to 3 sig figs, we get 8.85 times 10 to the 10th gallons. I hope this has helped you guys. I will come back and I will do a couple other ones from the other sheets. So I hope this has helped you guys, and I will see you guys in just a little bit.